Education at its best is not just about acquiring knowledge. It is about transformation. It is about shifting our gaze from self-reflection to outward vision. From asking, who am I, to daring to ask, what can I contribute? Your success will ripple outward into families, communities, and generations to come. We also celebrate with our donors and sponsors whose generosity fuels our mission. And we honor our members, volunteers, and community partners, all of you, who turn vision into reality day after day. So tonight I invite you to lift your glasses with me and left mine on the table. To the dreamers, the doers, the givers, and the guardians of culture, the CAFA's present and future. May our hearts stay open, our hands stay busy, and our spirits stay united. Cheers to 35 years of impact and to many, many more years to come. Thank you very much.
Kindness, community, and service celebrated recently when the Caribbean and Floridian Association Incorporated, CAFA, hosted its 35th anniversary and scholarship awards gala in Orlando, Florida. Elegance and grace that spelled pride in community filled every corner of the sprawling and tastefully decorated ballroom, as CAFA again solidified its enduring commitment to excellence in Caribbean culture, education, and philanthropy in Central Florida. Now founded in 1990 and incorporated in 1991, CAFA is a 501c3 nonprofit organization in Kissimmee, Florida, with a stated mission of providing charitable and humanitarian services to improve the quality of life of disadvantaged youth and the elderly. This organization has spent the last 3.5 decades serving as an important bridge between Caribbean heritage and life in Florida, and promoting socioeconomic integration, cultural awareness, and community development. Now operating from the core value that every effort counts. According to the current president of CAFA, Guyanese-American Arnold King, over the years, CAFA has stepped up as a pillar of support in the community in several areas, including hurricane drives where CAFA partnered with other organizations to raise funds and mobilize resources for affected hurricane victims. CAFA organizes annual Thanksgiving turkey drives and visits community nursing homes during the holiday season to distribute gifts to the residents. The organization sponsors community health fairs that educate on preventative medicine. They offer free health screenings for early detection of health issues and connect people with local healthcare services and resources. Additionally, if you've ever heard of or attended the Caribbean Fusion Festival at the Kissimmee Lakefront Park in Kissimmee, Florida, this is an annual family-friendly event that celebrates Caribbean culture in music, dance, food, and arts, and brings together thousands to experience the vibrance of Caribbean culture. Now, that festival is organized by CAFA. Importantly also, the organization has developed a distinct reputation associated with its unwavering support for the educational pursuits of the community's children. Now, this is evidenced in the longevity of the scholarship program. For 34 of the organization's 35 years, it's been a programmatic priority to provide financial support to deserving high school graduates needing that extra push. So while dozens from across the Central Florida area and beyond, including local, state, and congressional representatives and other local organizations, converged in Orlando to celebrate the far-reaching impacts of this pivotal organization, 5 more outstanding high school graduates were awarded scholarships to help support them on their already impressive academic journeys. And 2 members of the community were honored for their exceptional contributions in philanthropy and entrepreneurial excellence. We seized the opportunity to learn from some of the past and current scholarship recipients recognized for their academic achievement, leadership, and community involvement, how the grants help as they embark on college life. And we were fortunate to catch up with a recipient from as far back as 1999 to learn about the experiences with the organization CAFA. So take a listen to some of the feedback from the young people.
My name is Kevin Cadogan, and I am a proud recipient of the CAFA scholarship many, many moons ago. Receiving the scholarship helped me with tuition and books, but this organization helped me grow in ways that I would never expect. I was honored to serve on one of the boards, and I learned a lot about leadership and about having pride in my Caribbean West Indian heritage. And more importantly, CAFA inspired me to get out and help in my community, giving back through mentorship to the young people throughout Central Florida.
Again, my name is Jada Ann Murray. I graduated and received the scholarship from CAFA in 2010, which also happened to be their 20th anniversary coincidentally. I attended the University of Central Florida, which is right here in Orlando, Florida. I started in computer engineering and ended up transitioning into a degree in information technology. I still work in the Central Florida area as a sysadmin. And I would say that one of the ways that the CAFA scholarship impacted me is it had me day one ready for college. One of the things that you don't really hear about in college is those day one expenses. And if you're like me, where my family wasn't in a position to really give me thousands of dollars up front to kind of cover those day one expenses, having that CAFA scholarship really helped me with day one stuff like food and transportation, things that just aren't covered under financial aid until 3-4 weeks into the semester. But you're still expected to cover those expenses, and I just didn't have the funds. But getting the scholarship from CAFA gave me the ability to kind of, make it for that first month of college before my financial aid kicked in, because there's just things that you're just not knowledgeable about when this is your first year in college, things that are just left out that people assume you already know. And I just didn't, because my mom hadn't been to college in over 2 decades, and my dad also hadn't been to college in over 2 decades, so it was a different system then. They just weren't equipped with the knowledge to prep me. And so having that cushion from CAFA was such a huge help to kind of help me make it through that first month and a half of college. And I am so grateful for that, because I don't know if I would have been able to really have as solid of a start as I did with college if I didn't have that cushion of funds from the CAFA scholarship.
This is a community that has really just looked after me from young up well past my high school years, and even now as an adult. And it's really great to have that representation here in Kissimmee of Caribbean and Floridian heritage coming together, and being a recipient of the scholarship back in 2012 at a time where it was critical for me to have the means to be able to get my college journey started. Back then, of course, you might recognize that I said I wanted to be an optometrist. It didn't quite pan out that way, but CAFA scholarship really helped shape where I was gonna go. I mean, books are expensive, the commuting back and forth, even the tiniest amount, just given to me really helped. It was so important, honestly, to be able to have that. So that way now, even though I've switched gears, and while I might not be an optometrist, I was able to complete a bachelor's in IT. And so now I work for a software company where I get to help other small businesses, not just here in Florida, but pretty much globally, that because of that, without CAFA scholarship, I wouldn't be able to do that.
So I'm currently a senior in college. I did dual enrollment, and I did community college, but when it came to actually going to university, I knew I needed to start applying for scholarships, and financial aid wouldn't cover it. So my mom actually pushed me to apply for CAFA, and I went to University of South Florida, and it's been a really great experience.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, but I'm really happy with what I've done so far. I've been on Dean's List multiple times. Those one semesters get you every once in a while, it's okay. I am a Bright Futures Scholarship Award, also for Florida, so that helped a lot of tuition. But when it comes to moving to Tampa and moving out your family's home and trying to go to university and provide for yourself, that CAFA scholarship money can go right in your pocket if it doesn't go to school, and that helped me so much financially. I didn't have to work, I could focus on my studying, that gave me at least 2 or 3 good months of paying for my food, paying the small utilities I had to pay. Luckily, my scholarship helped me cover rent. So it was a really great opportunity to be given that scholarship because it helped me so much in focusing. And that first semester is really hard. So I feel like getting the scholarship your first semester going into college really helps take off some of that stress on your shoulders. So I will always be grateful for that in those beginning months. This was a really great experience, and CAFA really helped me kickstart my journey going into like college. And Andy King has given me opportunities, like volunteering opportunities, and it's given me time to realize like the association is helping so many Caribbean students, and I really like that because I don't really see as much Caribbean groups in Florida as much as I wish I did. So I'm really happy to be a recipient of this scholarship.
So I graduated New Dimensions this year in May, and I graduated with my associate's degree from Valencia at the same time. I'm very blessed and very happy. Thank you. And this scholarship means a lot to me because it really is going to be very beneficial to my university experience. Originally, I couldn't really, the cost of university is pretty expensive, and I have to do a lot out of my own pocket, but it's really going to help. And I think it's a great investment in myself to help achieve my dreams and my goals. I want to, graduate with my bachelor's, obviously, and, succeed. I want to get to a point where I can give back to the community of the people who helped support me. And by that, I feel like I'm very honored, to be here, and it's truly a blessing. Originally, my neighbor, a good friend of mine, Sonia, she told me about it, and I applied because I thought I fit the category, and I really like what they're doing, the CAFA organization. And I have volunteered in like multiple places, Give Kids the World, and lots of different places, but I really like what they're doing here. And really, I'm just really happy to be here today and happy to have achieved it and awarded it. Thank you, CAFA, and yeah, happy 35th anniversary.
Some prior and current recipients sharing about the impact of the scholarship and the organization. Delivering the keynote address, City of Orlando District 5 Commissioner Shan Rose also commended CAFA's important work over the years and issued an important call to action to both honorees and attendees.
When we plant seeds of knowledge, we don't just change one life, we change an entire generation, an entire future. United in purpose. What makes all of this possible and all the work that we do is unity of purpose. CAFA's 35-year legacy is not the result of one person's vision, but of many hands, many voices, many hearts united in service. That unity is your strength. It's also the lesson we must all carry forward, because when we root ourselves in service and we stand together, there is no challenge too great, there is no obstacle too hard. So tonight I'm going to give you a call to action. As we step into the next 35 years, I challenge everyone in this room to recommit yourself to CAFA's mission. The need is still great. The work is still urgent. Our communities need us, and the opportunity to serve is right here before you today. So let us not only give an applause tonight, but also continue to support our time, our resources, and our voices. Because the legacy of service and empowerment must not stop here, it must go on, and we must unite and we must be strong together. CAFA, congratulations on 35 years of excellence. Thank you for showing this community what it is to be united and unified.
The whole purpose of education is to turn mirrors into windows. CAFA's president Arnold King admonished, citing American journalist Sidney J. Harris as he shined a light on both the noteworthy contributions of CAFA, its members, volunteers and community partners who believe in the power of service, but also the scholarship recipients whose brilliance, dreams and determination he believes inspire us all. King shared some reflections on the background and objectives of the scholarship program.
Well, 24 years ago, we had a couple, the Doorway, David and Idris Doorway. They were both educators that came from Guyana, and they headed up our education committee at the time. And Mr. Darway had lost his son in New York. He was also an educator. And so Mr. Darway and his wife launched the Education Fund, and they continue to do so. This year, one of their sons is contributing $2,000 to the scholarship fund in his continued program. And so they were the initial brainchild behind the scholarship fund. And over the years, we have given away, I would venture to say 100,000 or more. I know in the book it says at least 80,000, but in every year we identify at least 5 students. And if you look at the resumes and the bios of those students, they're all 4.0 and beyond, all advanced students in there getting ready to go to college. We had students that went to Yale, FSU, University of Florida.
Impressive institutions.
Yes. And so tonight that journey continues, and so we want to be the force to send them off. Each one of them will get a check and a little goodie bag with some items to help them out in college.
A surviving son of the pioneers of the scholarship program in CAFA, David Philip Dorway and his wife are still benefactors of the program and supporters of CAFA. David talked with Guyana Tapestry briefly about why his ongoing support of this program and community service in general remain important to his family.
My parents were David and Idris Dorway, and they were CAFA founders and CAFA members for many years. They recently passed almost 10 years ago. And my wife and I are so honored to continue the legacy of supporting the scholarship. Education was a major vision for theirs, to educate us and our children and our family, and also to support other students, other members of CAFA that are continuing their education, also supporting education in the community. So part of my role, I see as carrying the legacy, is to move forward as being a benefactor year over year to continue the support for what CAFA is doing for the community, but also what CAFA is doing to inspire others to grow, to learn, and support their Caribbean heritage.
Expressions of pride and ambition, resilience, service, and community filled the evening's exchanges. As CAFA enters its next chapter, the association recommits to strengthening its educational initiatives, but also fostering cultural pride among younger generations and continuing its legacy of service. The association's president issued a clear call to youths to get involved in community.
I started this journey of involvement, community involvement, and when I was 14 years old back in Guyana. I've never stopped. I came to the United States and I've continued giving back. I've encouraged my children to do so, and they do. And I would encourage the youth among the community to come out, and even if it's an hour a month, give something back. Give it, if it's a time, funds, whatever you can, experience, tutoring, whatever it is, so that we can continue to have the brilliance of our Caribbean diaspora shine through continuously. So I encourage the youth, and I'll be working, I've made that my mission as I get ready to demit office next year, to work on having students come out, youth, and join the opportunity to work in the community for the program and to benefit others.
Thank you so much, Mr. King.
You're welcome.
Thank you for what your labor of love and what you do.
Yep.
And thank you for having us, Guyana Tapestry.
And thank you.
CAFA's 35th Anniversary and Scholarship Awards Gala offered an interesting snapshot of the Caribbean spirit of unity, resilience, and excellence that continues to thrive in the Central Florida area, and most certainly aided by CAFA. CAFA's journey reminds us that when we come together as a community, we can preserve our culture, empower our youth, and make a lasting impact. Now, to learn more about this organization and its work in Kissimmee, Florida, you may find them at www.cafainc.org. That is www.cafainc.org. Congratulations again, CAFA. To many more years of each one, tell one. A family, thank you for your continued support of Guyana Tapestry. If you appreciate this story and want to stay connected to the culture and informed about what's happening in our community, subscribe to the YouTube channel now. Follow us at Guyana Tapestry on all social media platforms, and let me keep the link, man. Because to borrow from CAFA's theme song and the lyrics of the John Donne poem, no man is an island, no man stands alone. We all need one another. This is Guyana Tapestry, where we're telling Guyana's immigration story. I am Pelham Van Kooten, and until our next story is One Love GT.
So first of all, happy 35th anniversary. What a tremendous organization, celebrating diversity in our community, and what a wonderful opportunity through the years for our recipients of the scholarships to further their education on to post-secondary and life-changing for many of the children through the years. So thank you so much for your partnership, and looking forward to celebrating tonight.
The thing that I love most about CAFA is that CAFA is more than an organization. It's family. It's been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. So to CAFA, thank you for all that you've done. Thank you for all the amazing scholarships you've given to young people. And here's to another 35 years of greatness.